Hello, everyone. Sanjeev here again. This is day two of the 30-day live challenge that we had, and it seems that yesterday I messed up where I did not have the audio, and the live went on for about 15-20 minutes or something like that, and then I realized that the voice or the audio was inactive. I apologize for that. And hopefully today this is going to be with the audio. I would request whoever is online to give me feedback on whether the audio is available or not. And let me see if okay. So drop the text, audio okay, if you think that the audio is available, because I need to be able to know and make sure that this time it is better than the experience is better than what it was yesterday. But anyway, I welcome you to day two of the live 30-day live challenge. And I want to thank you for whoever has sent me the encouragement through their thumbs up, their likes, and their shares, and their personal messages to me. I am really grateful for those messages, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I love it when we get this level of engagement on a topic, because no matter we talk about it or not, this subject is a part of everyone's story in some way, shape, or form. And like I said yesterday also, there's this whole universe of information and support structure for many other topics on many other relationships, but there's hardly any positive or healing focused information about sibling relationships. In fact, if you were to try to research or search online or try to talk to somebody about sibling relationships, the very first thing that comes up in the search or even in the discussion is sibling rivalry, right? Now, this is such a, forgive me for the use of the word, stupid idea of sibling relationship, as if it is it is the only thing that people want to talk about, and it is so ingrained in our minds that I'll tell you a story that when our son Hitesh was born, the first thing that people were talking about the relationship between Pranav, his elder brother, and Hitesh was sibling rivalry. And this is such an idea or a thinking that I literally had to give people a taste of my mind on this subject or on topic in order to move them in a positive direction. I mean, really, is that all this relationship is about? Negativity. So when you go online, you'll see people talking about, my sibling is that, my sibling is this, and but hardly there's anything positive about this relationship that people talk about. And the thing is that even if they are going through this struggle, they just put it in the back of their mind as if they are the siblings are expendables, and then they move on with their journey in life, with their wife, with their kids, with their friends, with their job. And this primarily foundational relationship gets a back seat in their journey. And this is what I wish to change, because realize it or not, this does have an impact on our life as we move forward. We don't realize it, but when a relationship which is foundational to your life gets disturbed and you are continuing with ignoring it, there is an energy that you're carrying, and it does impact you unconsciously, subconsciously, and you're not aware of it. The whole idea behind this whole initiative that I have about healing sibling bonds is to bring that awareness to people, how that energy is is engaged in their life, and how that energy could potentially be moved into a positive direction. So so like I said, this relationship has always been one of the most significant relationships of all in my life. In fact, my whole life was and is dedicated to this relationship, and it is to such an extent that I to tell you the truth, I never wanted to marry. Yes, that's true. I never wanted to marry, and I am married and I have two kids now. But I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to get married because I loved my brothers and sisters so much. And I feared that's true. I feared that if I marry, my priorities would change and it will impact my relationship with my brothers and sisters. So in my family, no matter who it was coming from, nobody, no one was could discuss this subject of my marriage. So you can imagine how much this topic of sibling relationship, brothers and sisters relationship means to me, and it still does. And I'll share that story about this in some other live. But for now, just hear this: that this subject is important and it needs to be understood at its core. So having suffered this estrangement scenario in my own life, and after having gone through several PLRT, PLRT means the past life regression sessions from some of the best hypnotherapists in the world, I realized that this topic of healing sibling bonds had been sort of following me for several birth cycles. And yes, in the PLRT sessions, you do go back to your previous births and are able to see and witness what you have gone through. So I realized that this was not just this life that this situation occurred. In fact, this has been sort of a theme for several of my past lives. And in those lives, I saw myself live through and die in front of my own eyes. And uh, and the siblings were somehow the most important relationship in all those births. It's not just this. All of my previous births have this common theme, that siblings are the integral and most important part of my relationship history. So this love of brothers and sisters is not a newfound thing for me, all right, or something that I found in this birth on this planet. It has been it has been for sort of my forever love kind of a thing. So if I talk about this topic and I get emotional, so please bear with me, because it can happen. And I can't help it. It's just the way, the way I am, and who I am. I am an emotional guy, and that is true for those of you who know me. I'm an emotional person and in love with this whole concept of brothers and sisters. And it until I will be, I would say, in this, giving importance to this subject till the last breath on this planet and beyond, if there's any. And let me tell you that if I die tomorrow before making any significant impact in the world on this subject, I know that I'm coming back to Earth to pick it up again from wherever I leave it. There's no denying of that fact. So whoever thinks or talks about this relationship, I want you to know that this relationship, in all its good, bad, or ugly faces, deserves the true love and understanding that we have for many other relationships that we think or sort of talk about as important in our life. And here in this healing sibling bonds, that's all we are going to be talking about. That's all we are going to be doing. Of course, it's not just healing, but prevention is also going to be the key part of this discussion here, and we'll talk as we progress through the days. Because you know, the fact of the matter is that the reason why healing is needed is because there has been a past that has not been so much aligned with the kind of life and relationship that we wish to establish in this in this sibling world. So we definitely want our next generation to not have to go through the healing process. I would like that to end with this generation, but you know, souls are souls. They have their own journeys, so everyone is going to, learn at the pace that they are at. So this journey of continued healing will continue. um, but a part of our process is going to be to make sure that we are able to prevent this estrangement situation in our kids and their kids. And that's why I'm creating this as a legacy for my kids and your kids and everyone's next generation, so that they can reflect on it and learn from it and grow in a positive direction. But for today, I just wanted to let you know that the importance of this topic and why this is so close to my heart. I know it was not the audio was missing in the last live that I went, but hopefully this time it's going to be better and you'll have a better experience with this. And going forward, we are going to be talking on many subjects. And I think tomorrow I'm going to be. I don't like I said, I don't plan my lives. I don't um, plan as to what I'm going to be talking about. I just go live and I let my heart drive me wherever it takes me. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about probably, the statement that I heard a couple of days ago when I was talking to somebody at my workplace, and they used the word expendable, and that somehow made me to think the level that we have gone to with this relationship. The fact that we feel that this relationship is expendable speaks volumes about the deterioration that this whole process has gone through, or this relationship has gone through. I mean, imagine this, the same in very people that you grow up with. You don't want to lose them. You love them so much dearly. And when you grow up, there are certain steps or activities that happen throughout our life that actually separates them to such an extent that they become expendable. I don't think so. Even if the person is thinking that they're expendable, they don't know that this energy is playing in their life and is causing problems that they're not even aware of. And that's the whole point of this channel, and the Facebook community and other communities that I'm building around it, and the courses and the books that I'm writing about it. So the whole idea is to make sure that we understand that this is not expendable. This is not. This is very important. And the sooner we learn it, the better it is. Because imagine if your kids, you have a daughter and a son, they grow up and they treat each other as expendables. They don't look eye to eye, and they don't love each other. They don't stand up for each other just because something happened in their life that they could not process. That's the whole point. That's the purpose of this community. We want to create an engaging community where all those answers that they have not been able to have in their life, they are able to express that here. All the silence that they have experienced in their life, they are able to hold space for that silence here and allow the answers to come. as the days progress. So hopefully this is going to make more sense as we grow, as we go forward in several days of the lives. But for now, I would like to thank each and every one of you for participating in this live and in the post in the communities that you already are a part of and on this subject. So I'll see you in my next live, which would hopefully be at a more convenient time, so that you can all chat and participate. As it is, I have already moved from end of the day to 7 o'clock PST. Hopefully, this is much more convenient for everyone here in US, and yeah, there were several folks coming from other parts of the world. So this is I thought that is going to be convenient. But if you think that there's a better time, drop that message in the chat or in the comments, and then we'll look at that. All right. So thank you everyone for chiming in and being a part of this movement and the mission that we are all a part of. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.